You can lead a person to Mustafar, but you can't make them not die of sadness. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about how to get a bunch of Datacrons as a free-to-play account, because people have been asking for this video for a long time. I don't know if I have all the right slides for it, but I thought it was about time, because we have the focused Datacron stuff. We're going to be talking about focused crons a little bit as well. So buckle up, baby. Let's get going. Remember, there is a Datacron infographic for every new Datacron set that comes out that helps inform people at least a little bit of what it's looking like as the best Datacrons for that set. That doesn't mean that every single Datacron that you're going to want is on there necessarily, but hopefully you can find that, hopefully you can find that useful. At least you can find it at my Discord server. Go join it if you like, folks. It's found in the video description, the link to it, and it's free, so go check it out. Huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are amazing. I couldn't do this without you. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to support the channel for free, folks, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount the algorithm, shall we? It's the gift that keeps on giving, is what I'm telling people. So let's jump into it, folks. So what's the goal here? First off, it's not to bludgeon you into liking Datacrons. I know some of you hate Datacrons. Datacrons have been in this game for like decades at this point. So if you hate Datacrons, it's kind of the similar thing to if you hate mods, then don't watch my modding video. That's fine. I'm not trying to tell you you have to like them, but for people who want to engage in them, and if you're free to play, I hear this argument all the time. I'm free to play, I can't use Datacrons. I don't have any Datacrons. How can you do Datacrons? If you're free to play, you can't. It's a pay to win thing, and it's not. I'll show you guys. My small account barely spends any money at all, and I have a ton of Datacrons because I have skills that I will impart to you. So the goal here is to have enough Datacrons for GAC and Territory Wars. I'll mostly be referencing things for GAC because Territory Wars is a load of crap right now, and I don't care if you have enough Datacrons for that, but also if you have enough for GAC, you certainly have enough for Territory Wars. So how many is that? In 5v5 and 3v3, obviously you need different numbers. Typically you want somewhere around 30 if you can do it, and not just 30 crap level 3s, which sometimes that's like kind of enough if the level 3s are powerful enough, but you want a bunch of level 9s if you can, because that's usually where the true power of a Datacron set is. So ideally you have 30 between two different Datacron sets. That's like 15 that you can have. And so this is what my small account has, which, I mean, it's not the smallest account anymore. It's about 10 million GP, but I do spend, full disclosure, I do spend money every month, well, most months. Last month I didn't, on the Conquest Pass, because it's my alt account. I also don't log in more than once per day usually, and so that account is a little bit weird in terms of, like, I don't get a bunch of my energy, my free energy. I don't spend energy, so I lose a lot, and I feel like buying a $10 Conquest Pass is kind of the way to make up for some of those lost resources. I know it doesn't perfectly equate, and it is spending money, so I'm not saying that it's free to play. And I guess I should also point out, every time you buy the pass, the $10 pass for Conquest, you also get enough materials to fully upgrade one Datacron from start to finish to level 9 for like free. I know you're spending money, but so anyways, the number that I'm showing you guys here is obviously it's more than that. We've got 30 level 9s and then 13 smaller ones. I guess 2 of those are because of the Conquest Pass. So my bad, I guess. If you want to be fully free to play, don't want to spend money, that's fine. I'm not trying to push you into it. I'm just just pointing out that you can still have a lot, even if you do spend 0. So this is my small account, and it's a lot. It's enough, right? And you might wonder, how do I accumulate such obvious wealth? And I'll show you guys a few of the steps here, because people ask me this stuff. They're like, dude, I noticed that your smaller account has a ton of Datacrons. Why do you have them? They literally say, how do I accumulate such obvious wealth? They paraphrase that, literally paraphrasing it. So first off, and this is something people don't like, a lot of these things are probably things people don't like because it's uncomfortable. You have to recalibrate the way you think, because I guess I'll go on a small tangent first. So you're going to give up some of your shard shop currency. You're going to give up some of your other resources as well if you follow this guide. And that sucks. It feels bad because Datacrons eventually go away, right? They dust, they disappear, and it sucks. You didn't get anything for those resources because they're gone. The thing that you're getting in return is the ability to compete in GAC and earn more crystals and more rewards. And that's typically going to be your reward. Or your guild is going to pat you on the head and say, good job, boy. And it'll be nice. Even if you don't like to be called boy, you'll still wag your tail. So one of those two things, so you're going to get a little bit of payment back at least by keeping up with the meta, by having strong teams and being able to win in GAC. If that's not important to you, again, no one's twisting your arm to get Datacrons, except for maybe your guild or your conscience, your shriveled conscience. So anyways, data cash, I buy data cash for shard shop currency. That is something I do on my small account. I don't buy that exclusively. My main account buys it nearly exclusively, though I do buy some gear with it on both accounts. So buy data cash with it. I also buy the reroll mats. You can see the little arrows pointing to the reroll mats. That's don't spend your ally points for that. That's a bad idea. Use your shard shop currency and mostly just spend it on that. Though my alt did just spend about 10,000 on mats for the new Galactic Legend. So I don't, it's not exclusively those mats, but I do spend them, and that's probably the main thing I spend them on. So second thing, on that account, I only go for crate 5. Crate 7 is what red crate is, so if you really want to get crate 7, that's crate. But the thing is, I also, by only going to 5, I unlock the conquest characters in 6 months. Instead of 3 months, it takes me 6, and that's fine. That's acceptable to me because it's an alt, and I don't want to spend the extra time or effort to get red crate on that account. It's a personal choice. If you want to get red crate, that's very understandable. You probably should. I would encourage most people to do that if it's your only account. But crate 5 is something you can do to kind of cut the corner and go straight to Datacrons if you want to do that. It doesn't take that many more refreshes to get red crate, honestly. I don't think, at least. And you're getting more materials for Datacrons as you do that anyways. And a lot of times, getting red crate is just doing stuff on bonus nodes anyways. So I don't think that, oh gosh, Xerath only gets crate 5. That's how he has so many billions of Datacrons, how he's overflowing with Datacrons. I don't think that that's much of an excuse, because the majority of red crating, after you go through all the way through Sector 5, which is what my account does, on my small account, then a lot of times people just spend time on the bonus nodes. Maybe a few resources here and there on other things, but anyways, bonus nodes are where everything's at. So one other thing that I do that a lot of people don't think they have crystals for, they say they don't have enough for the 50 cost refreshes every conquest, every day. Every day you do 3 refreshes. Every once in a while I'll do a 4th on my alt, but that's not too common. But you can do the 50 cost refreshes every conquest, and that will get you as many Datacrons as I have. I've actually, full disclosure guys, on my alt, I actually missed like 4 total days out of the 2 conquests for my stuff. Like, I just missed them. I didn't spend Datacron or conquest energy at all for 4 of those, I guess 28 days. I mean, it's not that many, really, but I mean, 4 more I'd have more Datacrons. But it's an alt, so I don't put as much emphasis on it. I just kind of wing it, and so every once in a while I'll just skip conquest, and that's I still have a lot. So Anyways, then you farm Sector 4 bonus node until you get 200 of the Mark III upgrade mats. The picture of that is what the green ones look like. If they're a different Datacron set, they look exactly the same, but with different colors. Isn't that fancy? You guys know that. And then once you have 200 Mark III upgrade mats, then farm Sector 3 bonus node until you have 300 Mark IIs. Now you're going to be spending a lot of time on Sector 3 bonus node, and maybe the new Focus Datacrons is going to change that economy. I haven't really looked into that very much, but you spend a lot of time on that Sector 3 node, actually. Everyone ends up, at the end, like, people just say, farm Sector 4, like, only do 4, because, yes, it's very usable mats, but you end up with a huge excess of Mark IIIs, and you don't have enough Mark IIs to go around. And so sometimes you just got to take the hit and farm on Sector 3. So that's what you do. You get 200 of the Mark III, 300 of the Mark IIs, and upgrade one Datacron to level 9. Now, if you've been buying data cache like a good little boy, sorry, just a good boy. You're a good boy. Sorry to make your tail wag like that. Then you should have enough data cache to upgrade one Datacron to level 9. And then you rinse and repeat, use bonus node 1 to get new Datacrons as necessary. Yeah, that they just decided to pronounce my R's as W's, guys. Datacrons, like Mowedge. So, something to keep in mind, folks. Datacrons are a long-term investment. You're not going to have as many Datacrons right now if you decide, oh, shoot, I'm going to be a tryhard. I'm going to do good. I'm on the straight and narrow now. Thank you so much for your guide, Zareth. You've helped me tremendously. I can't wait to immediately have 30 Datacrons at level 9 and a bunch of other ones at less than that. I am so excited. Thank you. The thing is, you just don't have enough materials to do that. This is an investment, and you can see if you scrap one Datacron, this is what you get. It's not a huge amount, but you recoup your losses by a small amount, especially with data cache, which is probably the key element to this. And also that Mark 1 is also fairly important for it, in fact, because you don't want to have to farm that. So right now, if I were to scrap all of the Datacrons that I have from the set that's about to expire in a few days anyways, I'm going to get 65 million data cache and a bunch of other stuff. Like enough to upgrade nearly one of the new Datacrons up to level 9. The data cache, though, is going to pay for like 10 of them. Almost. Close to 10 full Datacrons. So the data cache is the true value of this, and you just, I mean, you can buy a bunch of it in the shard shop, of course, but that's tough to replace, especially on the initial value. So they're a long-term investment. You're going to get a lot of stuff from it, but don't expect to just wake up overnight. And if you're following this guide and have a ton of Datacrons, this is after a consistent effort on my part to get a lot of Datacrons and upgrade them, and then they eventually turn into close to nothing, but they're enough to get us jump started into the next one, and every time it's just a little bit more and a little bit more resources. So so the question is now, of course, and why a lot of people are watching this video in the first place, because they think they know about how to do Datacrons in general. How do focus Datacrons factor in? Because they're really strong, right? Like, they look really good. And it's true, they're really good, absolutely. If you have the right characters for them, they look like they're going to be really good. They're also crazy expensive. They are crazy expensive, and they use a different type of currency than you kind of used before. You're using event currency now, and that event currency can be used to buy a lot of really good stuff, including Omicrons. Now, Omicrons are extremely valuable, and I don't think anyone would be wise to be purchasing these focus Datacrons before or in lieu of getting a bunch of Omicron mats. That's your primary source of Omicrons. You should buy the Omicron mats first, and if you have any left over, you should buy Focus Datacrons. And that kind of sucks for free to play, because I don't really think that most players are going to be able to, at least at free to play, be able to buy all of the Focus Datacrons. I just don't think that's plausible. I think you can afford one or maybe two in every Datacron set. That looks fairly likely that you're going to be able to do that, but I don't think you can get all of them. And so, I mean, That sucks. That's just how it is, though, right? Like, we've already gotten used to bespoke crons going to people who are spending money, and if we're free to play, like my main account doesn't get bespoke crons hardly ever unless I have just a ton of extra crystals sitting around, but I don't spend enough money to even get them on my main account. But we all kind of get through it, right? It's free to play or nearly free to play. Bespoke crons, this is just another version of that. It sucks. It's the have-nots, you know? That's just how it is. If you're not going to spend money, you're not going to get all the cool stuff. Unfortunately, that's true. We just got to move on, though. So, you know, there's costs and consequences for not spending money. That's fine. So right now, we don't know if these are the final costs. They've been very careful with their language to say, we're starting them at this. For right now, we're only doing 4 of these focused Datacrons. They may increase the price, they may decrease the price, they may change the upgrade levels and costs and everything. But right now, it seems like a non-spender can buy 1 or 2 of these if they're pretty careful. And so that's just what I said. So we don't know yet. Of course, my face is getting in the way here. Let's hold on a second. Whoa, my face has been moved. It's been shuffled. So the thing to keep in mind here, folks, is they are so expensive. It's not just event currency. It's also the Mark II and Mark III mats and data cache. It's going to cost like 4 or 5 full Datacrons to do this. They scrap for a lot, so eventually they'll be a good investment as well. They'll give you a lot of mats back, but gosh, it's gonna soak up so much resource initially. It's unavoidable. It is your destiny. No, it isn't necessarily. You don't have to get all of them, guys. You don't have to get them. But yeah, that's gonna be a lot. Like for example, my alt has 30 level 9 Datacrons. With the same currency, if I wanted to spend the same amount, I could have 20 level 9 Datacrons and 2 focus Datacrons, which is probably approximately worthwhile, honestly. I don't know, that's not enough for 3v3 to be able to participate fully in, but those 2 focus Datacrons are going to be good. I'm not, to be clear, I don't think people should initially, if you're free to play, I don't think you should get 2. I think you should get 1. If you want 1 really bad, if you have the right team for it, upgraded, then sure. Whoa, I gotta move my face again. Madness. So at what point are they worthwhile then, you might ask? And really it just depends on how powerful individual Datacrons are. Each of the focus Datacrons have a different level of power, and I would just say typically you want to get your like everyday crons, like the standard Datacrons. That if you use my infographic, you can usually find 5 to 10 normal Datacrons if you have a bigger roster that you're going to want or need per set. So I would focus on those first, because the focus Datacrons are great, but gosh, they're expensive, and they're only 1. They can only help you with 1 team total instead of having 5 of them. And if you're free to play, chances are, and you're watching this guide and you don't know how to do Datacrons, chances are you probably want more of a blanket coverage on your roster than just like 1 really good one, because they don't even look like they're overpowered necessarily. They just look solid. And so I would typically just go for the ones, like the really powerful normal ones first, the ones that you know are good, and then shift over to a focused. And honestly, I would get 1 to start with if you can. So and then build off of that. That's what my main, or my Alta is getting. I'm getting the Phoenix one. The other ones are getting put on a shelf. One more word, guys. They say the focus Datacrons are only for Gear 5 characters. Like, they can work on Gear 5 characters. Just remember, the character using them is still only Gear 5. Like, they'll still die instantly against a fully relicked team. So, just because focused Datacrons work on lower level stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that's like the right choice. Like you don't march your band of Gear 9 dudes out with a cool focused Datacron and expect it to actually accomplish anything. Maybe it will sometimes, but it's just not going to be that good. So anyways, I think that's it. Guys, this is all obviously just a big question mark. I hope this helped, though. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xerath prevails. Take care, folks.